Hey everybody, it's James with the Comedypreneur Show, and today I want to talk about why sketch comedy is still relevant. A lot of people, every time SNL comes back, every time it comes back, they're always like, well, it's going to get lower ratings. It's not as relevant. People aren't watching it. It's not true. Sketch comedy is the most relevant piece, right? It includes concept, character, situation. You have some of the greatest sketch comedies: Mad TV, Kids in the Hall, In Living Color, Studio C, Key and Peele. All these things are great. It's a perfect way to get short, funny little comedy pieces out there, and they go viral. Short sketch comedy can go viral so quickly, right? It's a reliable genre. It's easy to develop. It's even launched podcasts. I mean, now we have a lot of narration podcasts. That's basically sketch comedy. You take a story or sketch, you put it down for a few minutes, you make the story, you have actors play the parts. It's audio only, but it's still a sketch, right? Granted, we're not in the same golden era of what they consider sketch comedy anymore, right? When Saturday Night Live was big in its heyday, it was definitely there. You have nice 3 to 6 minute sketches that work. You have a host, all that process. I think we're in a new age of where sketches can work again. Right now, with some restrictions, COVID restrictions, stuff like that, it's probably harder to do because you can't have as many people together. But it will always be something that we use in the zeitgeist, in the world, to talk about the funny things that are happening in the world. Um, and SNL does deliver, right? So, I mean, think of some of the best. Here's some of the best sketch comedy bits. Just think about these, right? Some of the best ones. The More Cowbell from Saturday Night Live. That's an amazing one. Scott Sterling from Studio C. If you've never seen that one, that's one of the best sketches they have. Substitute Teacher, which is one of my personal favorites from Key and Peele. Cheap Pete from In Living Color. That's when Chris Rock left SNL and went over to In Living Color. He did Cheap Pete there. I love Cheap Pete. It will always be one of my favorites. I still do Cheap Pete every now and then. And then Chappelle's Show, which is one of the most defining comedy sketch shows ever. Changed the way people watch sketches, changed how sketches work, changed what they were about, right? He tackled big issues, and the biggest one, the one that blew up, it's not even my favorite, but it's one of the ones that blew up, was the Clayton Bigsby sketch, right? And it's so amazing, and it just, so many people know that sketch, right? It's such a good one, right? And so it really blew people's minds and changed the way they thought. Sketch comedy is one of those pieces where people get started, right? Key and Peele, they did sketch, then they make movies and all these other things. It's like sketch is a great way if you're a comedian or a comedy writer or a comedy filmmaker to get started. You can make these small sketches, you can write them, you can produce them, you can act in them, all those things with very minimal cost and input, and then they can become big things. Think of The Lonely Island now. Andy Samberg went on to SNL from The Lonely Island. The Lonely Island did a bunch of small sketches. Then from there, he went to SNL. Then from SNL, he went and did Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's also done some movies and stuff, Hot Rod and Pop Star, like all these things, all from starting with sketches. So don't think that you can't do something. Find a way. Find 3 or 4 people, right? Lonely Island was only 3 guys. Start there. Start with 3 people. 2 guys and a girl, 1, 2, 3 girls, 1, 2, 3 guys, whatever the mix is that you want to do, and do a sketch thing yourself. You do that, you're going to be able to change things because you can make stuff that you could produce yourself. And that's the biggest thing. That's part of being the comedypreneur, is finding those things that you can do and doing it. Sketch is very relevant, especially in this day and age where you can share stuff 90 seconds on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. Make those small things, blow them out there, boom. They'll spread like wildfire, and that's what you'll get. You'll get that stuff. I hope that helps you. Keep track. Go check out, if you want to check out some more sketch comedy stuff, go check out comedypreneur.com, why sketch comedy is still relevant. I'll also link it below. Thanks for subscribing, and don't forget that the Comedypreneur Show is now an audio track. It's on a podcast, so you can go listen to all of these. They're getting uploaded weekly. Every Thursday, these come out along with the Queen Comedy Show on Queen Comedy Podcast, on Monday, and the Comedypreneur Show on Thursday. And then, if you're really interested, I also write and produce a show called WTF Happened in America This Week. It is a new podcast. It is political. There is language, so be aware, but check it out if you want to. Thanks again for listening. Thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a great one. Bye!